It's Owens. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Bringing the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the match.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. Finds him out of the backfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time. And he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Reed. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Aggies!
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And he added the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The Ducks want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Moore will throw. Here's the pressure. Looking to scramble. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Delivers the stiff arm. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. A little screen to the running back. Makes his man miss. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The RPO fired complete to the left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds and complete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35. The Ducks in the hurry up.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. Running back searching for a hole. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quarterback may change this route. Moore to the air. He's going to take a shot. Finds a spot in the middle. There he goes. Inside the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now. Play one. Be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot. They get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Owens. I know he thinks he can house every returner, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Now on first down from the 30. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Wants to go up top. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it.
There he goes. Drills him with the stiff arm. Out of bounds at the 14, and the big-time offensive play has them set up.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
It's complete to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just...
Makes the grab on the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to change this route. Moore will throw. Skips away from pressure. Turning it on. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
That's how you earn your first down the hard way. Really good job by the QB dropping back to pass, scrambling, getting the first down, but taking a big shot at the end.
Snap in the shotgun. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Looking to fire. Dances away. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
It stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket, and then he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicked me?
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moss. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
And it's incomplete on third down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Moore to the air. Makes the grab. It's Whittington. Got enough space. Touchdown Ducks! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
It's Owens. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finding open areas. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Catch in the middle, it's Craven. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. DB's right up on the receivers. Oh, they're after him! And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Right on target this time. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll move the tight end. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with the run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Aggie!
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area. Because of his speed and his size, he's a nice target right there on the post. You see him, it's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. So after getting into the end zone of that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Caught in the backfield. It's Benson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Moore will throw. Using his legs to buy some time. On the shovel. Knocked down for the tackle. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Leaves it with the back. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Ducks need to pick it up on fourth down. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He might have been looking just to set up his offense, but he put a touchdown on the board with that 92-yard return. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Reed. Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the lap. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. Finds a man by himself. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Coming out with it, it's Moore. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And the Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Looking to pass. It's Reed. Throwing right. He's got it. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the third quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Got him downfield. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
To the ground, he's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat. So I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it. Like, easy decision, right? 1st down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Rushes on him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. Big guy tries to barrel in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to fire deep. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Oregon! Once he got some room, it was over.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Dumps it to the back. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Looking for a gap. It's Moss. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And how about the coverage on the back end by this defense, man? Great job. Nobody's open. He's looking for somebody to make a play. We've seen him already take off, make plays with his feet, but he tries to do it with his arm, and the defense gets home.
These corners going to give them some space. Here comes the heat. Ball is loose. Well, the offense did fall in that loose football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Sets up the screen. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll go to the ground.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Finds his big tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. This time he's got it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Gets away from one. He's got space. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. A&M comes back out with another first down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Wants to throw. It's Reed. Extending the play. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. He gets a block. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. With the catch, it's Benson. At the 40, there he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver. Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's a heat. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll be stopped, but not before football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Now adjusting. Slings it downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a man, it's Reed. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, that's a nice interception. At this point of the game, up 2 possessions in a 2-minute situation, the offense is so predictable. You know they're going to throw the football. So everybody on defense, they're just trying to see the ball thrown and then breaking on it. Nice job coming away with that turnover.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, punt, win the game.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Going to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these 2 teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.